Unknown to Jasmine, she was now the bait for an unsuspecting evil. Raymond appeared holding a jasmine flower. However, he revealed himself to really be Radiguet in disguise. Trenza, Long, Umbrella, and Kiros were there. Well, Radiguet, how did your date go? Said Trenza. I said call me Emperor. Speaking of date, it was not a date. I have a plan to crush the Super Sentai from the last damage. I planned this scheme for days, starting with the maze. Now the Super Sentai and Power Rangers can be crushed, then we can alter the Sentai timeline to our convenience, said Radiguet. Oh, that was a punch it was. Jasmine will soon fall into your hands as one of your intended possessions. She is pretty beautiful after all, said Umbrella. Women, they are fragile yet vital to those Super Sentai groups. It's a shame to disfigure your latest victim, my lord. It looks like she'll have a hot performance after you have raped Kimberly. It'll be fun fighting Mako, who is the hottest in the bunch, said Kiros. Now it's time to execute the next part of my plan. Jasmine will probably be more effective for my next scheme, although I'm recovering Kimberly for myself too, said Radiguet. Radiguet was about to hatch his updated plan. He would now devastate the Genjuken Academy with Long's help. Long was now going to carry out his plan as well. He was in a civilian disguise as Dr. Gonin Ryu. He was sent there to help the USSPRA. Radiguet was going to pay Kimberly a visit. Ugh. Now it's time to crush those Geki Rangers, said Dr. Gonin Ryu. Meanwhile, Jasmine was about to take an evening walk when she ran into Raymond. Raymond, it's nice to meet you again, said Jasmine, smiling. Indeed it is, Jasmine, said Raymond, who then revealed his disguise. Radiguet, what are you up to, said Jasmine angrily. No need to worry, my sweet. Like Kimberly, you are a fragile flower about to be put under my control, said Radiguet, who then used some of his blood to create a starfish parasite. Whoa, me? Now what, said Jasmine. Ah! The starfish parasite attached to her neck hit itself this time, but it didn't knock her unconscious. She was now under Radiguet's control. The organism managed to hide itself. Who am I, Jasmine, my sweet, said Radiguet. Radiguet, my lord, said Jasmine, and I live to serve you as Jasmine of the Vyram. I am no longer of the USSPRA. Good. Now you will help me with my plans for victory. Go, my jasmine flower. Go and spill the end of the Super Sentai. Said Radiguet. The next day, Radiguet, disguised as Raymond and Long, disguised as Dr. Gorin Ryu, entered the Genjuken Academy. It was all part of his scheme to crush the Super Sentai and Power Rangers all in one fell swoop. Ah, good morning, said Miki Maski. You must be the people Jasmine was talking about who can help us. Raymond Eaglebusser and Dr. Ishiwa Gorino, I presume. That we are. As you see, Dr. Gorino helped me out with my trauma in Germany, and I'm sure he can help you out too, said Raymond. That's right. I have activities to help your extra rangers cope, said Dr. Ishiwa Gorino. Jasmine entered with a dark look in her eyes. She was now Radiguet's pawn. Raymond, come in, said Jasmine. Thanks, said Raymond. Well, Raymond, somebody does need help. Some evil guy messed her up real good, said Jasmine. Where is she? Asked Raymond. Dr. Gorino was now given his task. He was to make sure that the Rangers increased their violence. Those meddling Geki Rangers are responsible for my decay. Well, it's good I don't see much balls inside or I'd quiver. I'll make them pay for sealing me, said Long. Just then he had seen the extra Rangers. Ken Hisatu and Go were feeling a strange energy with the man. There's something funny about the man. I feel like it's somebody in the past, said Go. Well then, I think I know how to get rid of all that negative energy, said Dr. Gonin Ryu. Can you help me get back to my jolly self? Asked Guy Ikurai. Yes, I can. Well, if you all do just as I say, now you'll all soon get your treatment, said Dr. Gonin Ryu. Kimberly, on the other hand, was going to get a special visit soon enough. Jasmine was with Raymond. Kimberly, this is Raymond, said Jasmine. Hi, I'm Raymond Eaglebusser, and I've heard all the trauma here. If I can help you, call. You can free my country and the rest of Europe from Radiguet's control. I think you people have been too secluded here. I have an idea that can get you people to relax for once, said Raymond. That sounds great. Maybe I can go there too, said Kimberly. Fool. Now I will do their darkest hour. Some of these suckers are definitely on leave. They're not 7-Eleven heroes at all, said Raymond. Back to Dr. Gonin Ryu. He was about to make a suggestion that could actually divide the team. He soon got a flyer that Radiguet prepared. Well, I guess fresh air, sun, sand, and sea should do good, said Dr. Gorin Ryu. Tomorrow we are all heading for the beach. The beach? Asked Cole. That's right. Sea breeze is good for you and helping you with whatever trauma was inflicted towards you, said Dr. Gorin Ryu. It can be good. I'll be waiting for the results. Jasmine, would you kindly accompany them, said Gori. Yes, sir, said Jasmine. Unknown to them, Jasmine was now under Radiguet's influence. Both Radiguet and Long planned to end the Super Sentai while having their own plans to get rid of each other. At the new Sky Base, Director Aya had just seen Hoka freed from her punishment period. Well, I hope you'll never do that again, said Director Aya. Yes, ma'am, said Hoka, who was still exhausted from all her work. Just then, she thought of Gory's message on her chatterbox. The beach sounds like a good idea, but we'll have to keep an eye, though. The UAOE has caused us major damage this time, said Director Aya, checking out. It was time for the beach as Radiguet had planned. We could see the Shinkengers at the beach assigned on duty as the Rangers' transformation devices were to be left behind. I hope Director Aya knows what she's doing in letting us assist those poor souls recover. If the next shift comes, the Geki Rangers will be next. The other members of the USSPRA are training with either Bunta or doing stuff or at their leave, said Takaru Shiba. Hey, what are you staring at? Asked Mako, who was in a two-piece swimsuit, noticing Takaru was staring at her rudely. Oh, nothing, said Takaru while whistling, but he stared too much at her. Ryunosuke, Chiaki, Kota, and Kaoru were there too. Ryunosuke was overenthusiastic. Woohoo! What a mission! Said Ryunosuke. Ah, yes, all the sun and sea should help poor fellas. Genta will soon recover to his old self, I hope, said Kohata. Cole was still thinking of the fate of the extra rangers. He, however, feared the darkest hour was about to come, as Akared warned him in his dreams. Why do I get goosebumps all over my body? Asked Cole, as he was also ignoring the women who were going near him. Somewhere at the beach, Raymond and Dr. Gori Ryu were now ready to hatch their plans. It did discuss them both. They were doing a pretentious act. Just as they were shifting back to being Radiguet and Long, somewhere hidden, discussing their next move. Those suckers will never know what hit them. They'll never recover. When we get the whole alliance to surrender, we'll have fun torturing them for all the pain they caused me. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha, said Radiguet. Hee-hee-hee, said Long. I guess our plan is turning out as we planned. Even if those rangers beat our ass, we have them under trauma, especially using mind-controlled rangers to kill aliens was our plan evil. Now to proceed to my plan. Jasmine will finish them! Said Radiguet. They resumed their disguises to carry out their plan to crush the Super Sentai and Power Rangers, while Radiguet had his desires. They had prepared a torture chamber and a huge holocaust. Jasmine appeared in a black two-piece. Kimberly was also there in a two-piece, attracting some men, but she paid no attention. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea, said Kimberly. The extra rangers were at the beach as planned. Radiguet was about to execute his plan of vengeance. It's been a long time since I've been to a beach, but why do I not feel hyper and wacky, said Genta. But I do feel a dark energy with you. Why, said Guy Ikarai. Just ignore it, Guy. As you know it, you'll all get better. Trust me, said Jasmine, who then had a red glow in her eye, arousing suspicions. Tetsu still felt indifferent, and so did the rest. Tommy looked at Kimberly, but felt he had become emotionally distant. Hiroto and Suto, on the other hand, were starting to recover their sibling bond, but not with their relationship with the Goangers. Raymond then appeared in his swim shorts, and so did Dr. Gorino as hit to hide their sinister plan. Raymond, glad you could join us, said Jasmine. Oh, sure, said Raymond. But just as they were having fun, it was revealed the beach was actually a ruse to capture them, and this time finish off the USSPR for good. Dr. Gorino was about to release his therapy devices. Meanwhile, Kiros, Imes, Bosco, and Tranza were disguised as tourists before. All part of the plan was about to work, and Jasmine's soon going to do her part. This beach thing wasn't a bad idea after all. Just look at all the chicks we're going to be holding hostages. I think Miyu is kinda hot, so I might ask her from Radiguet for a bonus once I succeed, said Kiros. I wonder if this plan will work. I can't wait to see Radiguet blow it off, said Tranza. Silence, Tranza. Remember, I also took part in the plan too. I may not like him, but I'll play along, said Bosco. It won't be long before Radiguet will release something utterly disgusting. I don't think I can comprehend it. He said he can use the Amazo worms that I've brought on Earth for him for his advantage, mingled with his holy blood. I'll just have to wait for the monster to appear, however it will look like, said Imes. Dr. Gorin Rinu prepared everyone for a group activity. Guy Ikarai, Tommy, Justin, Go, Ken Hisasu, Eiji, Tetsu, Hikaru, Cameron, Shirogane, Genta, and the Go-On Wings, Hiroto and Miyu were given an exercise program. Cole was with them too. Now these suckers will get what they deserve, said Dr. Gordon Reno snickery. As they were in formation, Jasmine finally pressed a button which suddenly caught the Rangers in some kind of trap. Hey, what the? Said Cole as he saw himself and the other Rangers were suddenly caught by chains. What, are you sure about this? Said Tetsu, who noticed he was also fastened by chains. As you see, Tetsu, I am about to show you nobody messes with me, said Jasmine, as she revealed she was now under dark influence. Jasmine, what's wrong with you? Kimberly asked. But Jasmine just laughed evilly. Hey, what the? Is this supposed to make me feel jolly? Said Guy Ikarai. This isn't good, said Eiji. Dr. Gorino revealed himself to be Long, and Raymond revealed himself to be Radiguet. Radiguet's plan on Jasmine had worked. The people in the beach began to scream in panic. Radiguet, said Kimberly. Don't you dare go near me, you monster. Jasmine, what have you done? As you see, I am no longer part of the USSPRA. I now serve the United Alliance of Evil, said Jasmine, who then revealed she could fire electric rays under Radiguet's influence. Good. Now Jasmine will definitely be traumatized for her life once she realized she hurt her friend, said Radiguet, smiling evilly. The Shinkengers were outraged by the act. Ryunosuke could not stay calm and panicked. This is not good. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, said Ryunosuke. Takeru tried to assess the situation. Before they can intervene, Imes appeared together with Kiros, Bosco, and Tranza. Now you will see the greatest monster yet, said Bosco. Just then, the Amazo worms, which Imes used to torture her captives, had begun to be used for Radiguet's latest scheme. He used his DNA and combined it with his unholy blood to create an entirely different monster. A worm-like monster with Radigem's feature for a head appeared to cause trouble. It also had plenty of little worms around its body, causing people to be disgusted. Ah, my latest creation, bloody worm Jigen, said Radiguet. No longer am I limited to using inanimate objects. My evil blood has done its trick to create a creature so horrifyingly disgusting, this pathetic earth will bleed to death unless it agrees to be mine. Now show them what you can do. The people ran at the sight of the monster. However, Radiguet wasn't going to let his sick tendency go down so easily. Some people were lashed with some deadly Amazo worms which began to gnaw into them, lay eggs, and make them very sick and pale. The Shinkengers tried to help their comrades, only to realize that while they were changing, their Shidophones were nabbed faster than they thought. Bosco presented the Shidophones at the UAOE's possession. He stole them from their changing rooms. Looking for these, said Bosco, laughing maniacally. What the, said Takeru Shiba, shocked as he realized that their guard down. We're finished! Finished! Said Ryunosuke, whining like crazy. Calm down, everyone, said Mako. Kiros then showed how much of a sick guy he was as he began to stare rudely at Mako, admiring her beauty. He approached her, holding her arm, attempting to grab her. He felt her nice smooth skin show his lasciviousness as it freaked her out. Well, baby, looks like we're going to have some fun, said Kiros, holding Mako's arm as he attempted to grope her breasts. He stared at her figure, admiring her even closer distance, but Mako reacted towards Kiros with more violence than ever. No way, loser, said Mako as she slapped Kiros really hard at his face, insulting him, using her nails to scratch his face. Even without your powers, you are still a tough chick, but you may soon make me your worst enemy with your defiance. Agree to be mine and I'll call a truce, said Kiros, smirking as Mako's countered his advances. Dream on, Kiros, get a life, said Mako, angrily as she kneed him in the groin, causing Kiros to be in pain.